I want to make a video about who I am, who I think I am, how I see myself as far as Democrat, Republican, Independent. I'm a registered independent. I really don't believe in parties. I think that parties create a lot of problems. I think that voting should be left up to the citizens on majority of issues, and I think that we are at a point where we have the technology where we can secure that. But with Republicans going around creating doubt about the existing voting stuff when they've been proven wrong, and Fox had to pay a huge fine, I think one of the largest ever paid over their lies. But anyways, so I would have to say I'm registered independent. I am independent. I swing more in the Democratic direction, but yet I have Republican tendencies. And you know, an example of my Republican tendencies are, you know, like I see Republicans want to take these cameras down and all this stuff that go up, and cameras get put up at intersections, go down, they get turned off and they stay there, then get taken down, whatever the scenario. The point is they go up and they get taken down because of Republican bullshit. And the thing is a Republican tendency that I have is I would something that I would cram down people's throats like the Republicans try and do, and the conservatives, Christians, is this thing going on with cameras and Bluetooth logging and surveillance in public places. I would literally try and cram that down y'all's throat if I could. I would make you all eat it. I would have cameras, Bluetooth loggers, AI. I would want to spend the money, the tax money, on implementing all the technology to make people behavioral literacy, to teach them behavioral literacy. When you're in a public space, you have no privacy. And I think there should be cameras everywhere because it would cut the crap out. You know, the Republicans sit there and say they want to solve all these problems and this and that. We have the technology, we have half the infrastructure there to stop a lot of the stuff, but they want to keep toying with it, and they want to say they want to do one thing, and they actually keep it from happening by suppressing technology and the use of technology. You know? So that's an example of a Republican tendency on my part. I would put the technology up. I would make it so that drug trafficking slows down a lot, and eventually with the technology, if it's not a legal substance, then it will not be in this country, period. And we can use the existing infrastructure, plug it all into AI, and we can stop a lot of that. Just seriously, dude. An algorithm can sit there and look for patterns of people going to people's houses or going through certain routes, and it can identify and watch those patterns. A human does not have to sit there and do it. It can flag the activity, and then a human can review it and see if the person is actually doing what they think they're doing, what the algorithm has flagged them for. That's a Republican tendency I'd cram down everybody's throat, because we won't have the meth, the problem that Richard Sackler created by lying about the addictiveness of Oxycontins. We could stop it all. That's a Republican tendency. Another thing, that a Democrat thing about who I am, is if you are a corporation that is huge and it makes all this money, I believe that a very large sum of that money should be put into society, should be used for making everybody's lives better. You know, you want to have a business, you want to make that business big, that's fine. You can do that, but at the same time, you're going to have to give up a portion of that money for the benefit of everybody, because everybody buys your products. People work for you, and no one pays people what they're worth or what they should be getting paid. People don't even earn a living wage. So, you know, welfare, food stamps. Look, if y'all can't willingly pay people what they should be getting working for you, as an example, Walmart, people working a full-time job at Walmart and them not being able to feed their kids and having to be on food stamps. To me, that looks like Walmart is making the government pay for those people's food because they won't pay them a living wage. I would force it down y'all's throat, the living wage, and people who are in much worse situations, they would have more, and it would come from companies like Walmart and Amazon and Elon Musk's shit show, you know. So that's the Republicans. My independent part of me is really, I sit there and look at everybody, the Democrats, the Republicans, and really I kind of stay on top of the fence watching both of you, because it's just what I think I need to do. But I do vote Democrat, and the first time I voted in my life was because Trump was running, and I sat there and watched him and what he was doing, and I literally said to him, oh, it's so cute that he's running for president. I think I'll go register to vote for the first time in my life to say I don't want this guy in our office doing anything with this country. And for the first time this time in my life, I actually donated to a campaign, Kamala Harris. You know, the the Republican, conservative, Christian, fascist method of doing things is do as I say or I will hit you. They create all types of situations and then complain about them and do other things to exacerbate the situation and turn it into something where they offer an authoritarian solution. Because what the Republicans really want is they want a bunch of people who do exactly what they're told when they're told, and they get up and go and work for them and make them their money so they can, and they feed us peanuts. That's what they want, and that's what they're always going to do. So that's why I really don't like Republicans, because that is their method, is to create problems, complain about them, create more problems that exacerbate that problem, and then offer an authoritarian solution for the problem that they created. It's beautiful fuckery. And you know, it's what always happens, whether it be the preps playing kickball in elementary, when the teacher walks off and gives everybody an opportunity to play by themselves while she goes take care of what she does, and she always has to come back because the Republican conservative preps, rich kids, have made their own rules, and then the team switch sides and the other team tries to use the rules, and some technicality, and you can't do that, and then the teacher ends up over there. It's the Republican Party. It's how they operate. It's their method. When no one's looking, create as much chaos and new rules as you can, and then when it's time to switch sides or whatever, freaking then everybody else has to get involved in it that's not involved in the game and come over and correct y'all's bullshit. You know, it was always the Republican conservative prep rich kids that did that shit. You know, it's like Trump telling Stormy Daniels the only way you're getting out of the trailer park is by doing what you're doing with me right now. That's their method. Yeah. And you see, when they get what they want from someone, they got to make some comment like, this is the only way you're getting out of the trailer park. All the Republicans do is create problems and make problems worse so they can offer an extreme solution that's good for nobody. It leads to more violence in the home, more abuse of children, everything they do. The Christian conservative Republican method is a huge problem factory, and it will always be because it sits there and it revolves around capitalism. And all capitalism is a currency that makes it so a person who did not earn the money can externalize their effort onto another person without justification. That is the Republican method, and that's the way they like it.